try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression,
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
All right, so there we go. We got the intro, everything out of the way right off the get-go. And first off, I do have to mention Fudweiser is lurking in the background. What's going on, everyone? What's happening? Let's do a quick roll call here and talk about stuff. I do want to apologize in advance. Yes, I did not release a video this morning. I'm sorry. It got late yesterday. I don't know. I've been feel like I'm overwhelmed lately. There's so many things going on right now. But yeah, we'll get to it. Anyway, Patrick Goyen, Jarl Grey Bear, what's going on? Sheldon Irving, Rud Putz, Sheldon Irving again, John Francis Aubin, Automatic Beats, what's happening? MC, scrolling, everyone's talking. Killafish, what's happening, Killafish? You be nice to fish, unless you need food. Curtis Malcolm, Rod Putz, what's happening? Red Putz again. Fudweiser. Sheldon Irving, Michael Powerski, and we're there already. There's nobody showing up for today's stream. Is something going on that I don't know about? Is there something happening? I don't know. Anyway, regardless, we're here now. So what's everyone up to? What are you guys doing? What's happening? What is today? Today's Thursday. Yes, Thursday. So let's talk about, I did drop that video the other day about the 5800 X3D. So what do you guys think about that? What were you guys, some of you guys are saying, thank you very much for saving me the money. I know a lot of you guys were expecting this thing to actually, perform massively, a lot better than what it is. And, I've been pretty much saying, regardless of, the L3 catch and it's being promoted and it's 10-15% faster on single thread performance to gaming and all this stuff that AMD hypes up. Looking at the straight out specs, we didn't think it'd be doing that. We saw that would only see a bonus on maybe one thing, Haven, and we did see that CPU was able to utilize all 16 threads on Haven, which is awesome. That is amazing. It's a 16 thread CPU, 8 cores, and it used all the threads. Where your 3900s, your 3950s, and 5000 counterparts, because they only got 64 megabytes, they were actually still only utilizing 16 threads. So they weren't using their whole CPU, where this is coming in on using the whole CPU. Now, we also noticed, I caught it later on when I was editing the video, so I apologize I didn't have it in the video. I also noticed that the L2 catch on the 5800 X3D was 4 megabytes, where the 3900X had 6 megabytes. And we may have been seeing, maybe that's why we saw a little bit per thread extra performance on that on something like Haven as well. So very interesting. I also see that now, basing on your comments and everything that was going on throughout that video, I was looking at it. So I never got to test this myself. It was a community member and I just kind of gave him some settings and stuff to do. And then he just sent me screenshots of his results. So I didn't get to play with it myself, but I really want to, because there's still a lot of questions out there. Like, one, this CPU is not supposed to be overclockable, meaning you can't overclock it. And it has a boost clock, but allegedly, it's a non-overclockable, so you can't set the cores and stuff. But the screenshots that I got, we seen that the cores were actually changed. So let's look at that right now. We're going to go back through this. I'm going to try to find my screenshots here. Where was it? Where are we at? Right here. So let's look through the screenshot. So as we can see, this one right here, open up. Oh, I went to the wrong ordealio. We want it over here. Come on. So let me make sure you guys can see all this. Can you guys see that okay or not quite? Not very good. Let me know. I'll see if I'll adjust it. It looks like you should be able to, but look at 3.3592. And right here, all the clocks on all the cores are at 3.593. Now, if we get rid of this and go to a previous one, why'd that pop up? Go back over there. And we go to a previous one where when he first started, whoa, my computer's all lagging out on me. Need a thread ripper, guys. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Open original. So look at this, 4.4. Here's 4.4. The other was 4.5. And yeah, and we can see the clocks, 4.4. So yes, obviously it looks like you could change it, and it does have a boost clock, which is like running a PBO. Now, Son of a Tech released some Raptorium numbers, and they were a little bit higher, running at 3.4. I tried watching through it quick while the live stream countdown was going on to see because this is a brand new CPU. We don't really know what's going on, but I think the bottom line comes into, I don't know, I'm probably gonna have to get my hands on this thing and actually go through it and figure out what's happening here. But for the most part, it looks like you can change the clock speeds. They're changeable. 4.4. We just looked at the other screenshot. It was changing everything at 3.35, so just slightly under 3.6. And we're looking at, and then we compared that exactly to a 3900X. You know, 3.6 to 3.6. I showed you my numbers on my 3900X in that video, and I also went across with, you know, these numbers that we had, and the 3900X per thread was outperforming it, and it's probably due to the extra L2 catch that the 3900X has. So bottom line was, the CPU is doing exactly what we thought. It's hashing about the same, maybe slightly faster as, say, a 3700X, but it's coming in, you know, at the same price range or even higher than a 3900X, making this not a very good buy. Now, I checked out Memory Express and stuff today. They're sold out everywhere. This CPU sold out. It's gone, unless it was a paper launch. I don't know. But yeah, look, here we got 35, and we can see 2.16. This is only about 15 minutes. Remember, it depends on, you know, over time. So we're going to have to wait longer. It depends on the algos that this hit. You know, a good 24-hour test would be awesome for this. So I don't know, like, end result is, and also you guys wanted to see XMR hash rates, which we don't have these things here. So I don't know, like, I really want to look into the CPU to see how well it does. Now, again, I'm still saying, you know, 3700X, 5800X, 5700X, that's the performance you're going to see. It might get slight extra hash rate, but other than that, you know, it's pretty much on par with all those CPUs. It benefits on Haven because of the L3 catch, and that's it. Is it worth the price range? I really don't think so, but you know, I want to hook this up, get wall power. You know, maybe this thing is a lot more efficient and overall, but again, I don't think that's going to be the issue as well. Which is the bigger letdown, 3050 or 5800 X3D? If the 5800 X3D was about, its price range should probably be 25 to 40% cheaper. Then it might be okay for the price range. But because it's new tech, you know, AMD's on top now. So we're going to see some issues potentially here when it comes to CPU mining rig builds. Just like Intel used to always be on top, they could, you know, they came with the price range of we're on top. So this is what we're going to charge. Now, Intel's not going to be on top for CPU mining. Not this gen for sure, because we already saw the specs on the Raptor Lake. They severely lack the catch needed for most of these coins. So Intel's Raptor Lake, which isn't even released yet, is already, you know, dumbfounded. Don't even look at it, guys. It's not going to be worth it, just basing on specs anyway. Again, you know, it's going to take some testing to figure out what they do, but I'm pretty much off the bat saying it's not going to be a CPU to buy for mining. But now AMD's on top. They have been, you know, pretty much since the 3000 series dropped, and with that, they can claim, you know, we're the top. This is what the price is going to be. They're going to charge more because they're on top. And now, because we're seeing that, I guess, potentially with that 5800 X3D, that's a brand new CPU they just dropped, and the price range is showing it. You're paying more than the 3900X for that thing. You're paying more than a 5900X pretty much, depending where you look for that CPU. So yeah, crazy. A 5900X has better performance. It's better throughout, more cores, more threads, but somehow this thing is in the same price range. It's crazy. It's crazy. The Ryzen 5 5600X is doing well at 8 kilohash XMR. Nice, 8 kilohash. So yeah, I don't know, like, I really want to get my hands on one. I did see that actually Memory Express was sold out as of this morning now. Actually, they have one in Calgary Southeast. Look at it right there. They have one in Calgary Southeast. Now that's $579, guys. 579 Canadian dollars. And plus an extra $100 and $150 worth of gas to get there. So I ended up being around $700 just to go out there, an hour and a half drive, and come back and pick this thing up. Like, I don't really want to do that. Like, that's just the biggest waste of money I possibly could think of right now. Like, let's look at the 5950X, $699 Canadian. $699. It would cost me more to drive to Calgary to pick this up than it would be to buy a 5950X. Oh, you guys can't even see the price because of my good button pushing skills that fails on me all the time. There, look at $699 right now is a 5950X in Canada. Where this thing's coming in at $579 plus $150 for me to drive there. That is insane. That's crazy. No, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. As much as I want to test that thing out, I can't see justifying the price of those things. It's crazy. You paid $400 Canadian for this 3700X at 9 kilohash. Nice. Newegg also has it listed currently for me. Newegg? Okay, let's check out Newegg. Newegg. I gotta see if I'm gonna be doxed or something here. Let's check out newegg.ca. Newegg Canada. What do you got for me here? Do you have a 5800X3D? I guess I could have just put this in PC Part Picker and see what it has. Sign. Okay, nothing there. $5.99. Newegg has it for $5.99. What was this? So it's a little cheaper, but then you can get it shipped to you. So, you know, that's a little better, but still save 7%. Oh, it's free shipping. So it's free shipping. So $600. It's on sale from $650. That's, I don't know. Oh yeah, we know how good Newegg's return policy is. What is up? They pretend it's on sale. It just released. Like, it's like release day sale. Funny how that works. They got a release day sale happening here. That's hilarious. What? Now I know we went through the return thing and everything with, like, I wonder how long I have. Could I just buy this, return it like in 2 days? So, you know, that's probably the best option here, because I don't recommend buying the CPU. It's literally trash. I'm sorry, AMD. If you see this later on, this is probably the dumbest thing you've ever made, my honest opinion. When it comes to price, at least for price range, you know, it's a good CPU for gaming and stuff, but the price range they put it in is absolutely retarded. As long as you don't burn it. Yo, party people, what's happening, Spaceman? Sheldon Irving. It's a gaming CPU. Yeah, I let the gamers have this one 100%. Newegg has it cheaper as a combo deal with a cooler. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. It doesn't come with a cooler either, so that's even worse. A release day sale. Yeah. Release day sale, guys. Come and pick it up now. So anyway, I was looking at like Threadrippers and stuff. Take a look. Let's take a look at this. I have one in my cart, actually. But look at, like, this is the cheapest I can find it. Is my stream like bad quality right now? Can you guys, something going wrong with my stream? I'm gonna refresh my thing, see what's happening here. Maybe I got issues. I don't know. Looks really blurry on my end. I just did a refresh. It still looks crap. But anyway, look, $22,677. $2,600. This is a good price for a 3970X. So it's like, okay, awesome. Now, the motherboard for this thing, the cheapest I can find is an ASUS, can't remember, something Pro. It's about $650. We look at all the other ones on PC Part Picker here. Like, let's just go to my saved list here. Have a look at a Ripper. We're gonna edit that parts list. And then, like, this one's sold out, so we got to get rid of that. Like, look at the cheapest. We go here, $709 for this ASRock. $709. And you know, if I just Google it around places, let's just look at a TRX 40 motherboard. Looks like Amazon. Oh, Newegg was, oh, that's X570. $539 for this X570. Oh my gosh. But anyway, here we have a TRX here for $649. So $650. So right off the get-go, that's what? Where's, bust out my calculator here, because you know, you guys know I want one very, very bad. Very, very bad. But here's another thing where I can't really justify it, because, like, where's my eBay thing? So $26.77 plus another $650. No, $26.77 plus $650. Why does my calculator not want to work? Stop doing this to me. So that's $33.27. Now I still need RAM, so that's about $160 a piece if we look at this. So I don't even have RAM in this one yet, do I? Storage, choose memory. So this is a 4-channel, so you're gonna need 4 sticks. So you can run this in dual channel or quad core, and honestly, you get a little extra performance running it in quad core. So you're gonna need 4 sticks of RAM. That's about 160 bucks a piece for the G-Skill Flare. So let's just look at CL14. We're going to go look at the cheapest CL14. We're going to scroll down to the first one. That's the cheapest with only 8.75 nanosecond delay here. And that's $160 for the G-Skill G-Skill Flare, so it looks like it's in stock again. So $160. So now I got to do another 160 plus 160. I'm sitting at $3,647 now. Now we need a power supply and other things like that. I do have extra power supplies, so I would cut that out. But regardless, now I'm coming back into here, and we're just going to go through my saved parts list again. We're going to look at the 5950X. $1,004 to build a complete 5950X rigs. Like I said, I have power supplies, but I could throw in some cheap, you know, $60 ones. But regardless, about $1,000. I could build 3 of these for the price of that one Threadripper, and that Threadripper is only $2,700. Usually it's around $3,800, so it's like a $1,200 off right now. So it's like awesome, good deal. But seriously, I could build 3. Potentially I could build 4 of these for the same price, because we still need a couple more parts here. Coming at $36.47 on the single Threadripper, I get double the hash rate of that building 4 of these for about the same price. So it doesn't make sense to actually do that. As much as I want to, you know, do a build on that, and I want to showcase it and test hash rates and power consumption, it's just going to be awesome. I could throw up my workstation and hammer stuff out. The price just isn't, still can't justify the price difference between those, especially with the 5950X coming down to only $699 when it used to be like, it's down like $100 what it previously were. And you can find it even cheaper used. I look on Kijiji, there's a couple going for like $500 right now. But you know, business purposes, I'm probably better off buying it like this, because then you get your receipt and everything, and then you get potential write-offs and stuff like that. So regardless, $1,000 for a rig versus $3,600 for a Ripper. It doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh, I really want one though. AM4 motherboard is $50 cheap, 36. Yeah, I know, exactly. Well, yeah, you can go to that. This is the cheapest motherboard I could find right now, actually, $69.99. Now let's just go through this. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's gonna be a crap motherboard, that's horrible, you can't do this, you can't do that on it. You know, that's true. There's some things you won't be able to do on a really cheap motherboard. But what is going on? Oh, I'm still stuck on the, okay, hold on, I go to save parts list, go to 5950, edit. Now let's go to the motherboards. Maybe there's something cheaper now, something went on sale. Let's find out. No, 69. So this one right here for 69. So remember, with this, I'm assuming the VRAMs aren't the greatest, you know, these other things aren't the greatest, but if you're running within that base clock speed on your CPU and not boosting up to 4.2, 4.4, which a lot of people out there, they think it's more benefit. Why not crank up your CPUs and utilize that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, you're using twice the power than you would for the coins that you're actually getting, so that's not worth it. You're burning too much power in the first place. Second of all, it requires more expensive hardware, so you're gonna have to move to the X470s, B550s, X570s, depending on how high you go for the better VRAM temperature. So running your CPU efficiently is a win right across the board. One, you can get cheaper equipment. You don't need very big coolers. It doesn't get that hot in theory based on what you're doing for 24/7 use. So you can get the cheap motherboard. You don't have to worry about the VRAMs and everything, because you're only running at like 3.6 to 3.8 depending, you know, what you want to run it at. You start getting into that, you need the more expensive motherboard. So this brings the ROI down. $69 versus, you know, potentially upwards to $500 for a motherboard. Way better in savings. You know, RAM, you can't really get away with. RAM is RAM. The cooler, because the 5000 series doesn't come with coolers, I picked out this little cheap thing here. I'm assuming this will work, but it's a $40 cooler. We know the Wraith Prism cooler that comes with the 3000 series is just fine on the 3950X, even the 5900s and 5950Xs. So this little cheap thing, 82.9 CFM, I imagine this thing should work just fine. I was thinking about actually just going into here and looking at the absolute cheapest cooler possible to see how it would do. I was thinking about doing the absolute cheapest build possible, where I go into here and just pretty much pick the cheapest part out of every category and see how it performs and if it'll work. I'm thinking about trying to do that one time here, but yeah, I don't know. As much as I want a Threadripper, I could get 4 of those for the same price, and it'd be double the hash rate. So because the 3970X, you know, it does perform on par. Actually, they say it's slightly better than 2 5950Xs, because I don't know, that's just what MineRaptorium says. And then what else was it? It's supposed to be more efficient too. It uses less power per per thread because everything's together in one. So, and plus you're only using the power of one motherboard instead of two. So a whole bunch of other factors. So the efficiency would come into play, but will the efficiency really be worth the amount you're paying? Probably not. It'd take years and years. I feel stupid. I haven't even looked at the mem on the new card. One moment. I have 12 3900Xs and one 5900X. What is more profitable at the moment? Buy coins? I don't know. There's a bunch of coins popping out all over the place. I'm bouncing back between all of them. I got to do a full test to see what's happening here. So, like, what do we have lately? We have, obviously, we have Monero Ocean. We have Raptorium. We have, there's BTMs out there now. There's that QOJ. It's out there now. I don't know. I think it's Quaj. I'm assuming it's like Quaj because it looks just like Doge, but with a Q in it. So there's Quaj. There's some other there's there's AVNs out there as well, and I don't know, we got to add all these other new coins to the calculators right now because they're not there yet. But I don't know, there's a bunch of coins out there that we really gotta look into. Special CPU Threadripper. Now you need a Rabid Ripper. Yeah, well, that's what I'd dub it. I'd nickname it the Rabid Ripper 100%. But yeah, Asus Prime B450M A with a Ryzen 2700, $150. Not bad, but again, for when it comes to actual mining process, I would recommend at least the 39s and 3950Xs and the 5000 series counterpart. And end of the year, actually not even the end, potentially third quarter, beginning of the second half, we could be seeing the Ryzen 7000 series. So that's going to be exciting, but they're going to come in at a price because they're going to be the new tech. I'm guessing Canadian wise, that 7950X is probably, I believe the 5950X came in at around $1,100. I'm guessing it's going to be around $1,200 to $1,300 Canadian. It's going to be up a bit more because you've got inflation happening, and they say all these extra costs and whatever else. It doesn't matter what they tell us. Fact is, it's going to cost more. So it's probably going to be like $1,200 to $1,300 Canadian, which is going to be absolutely crazy. But I really plan on getting one of those. But bottom line is, gamers and everyone, they're going to be selling off their hardware for, obviously the newer tech and stuff. So used market is probably going to have a lot of great deals in it. That's where you can swap them up, get them behind gamers. There's a lot of gamers that don't even know you can use a CPU to mine, so they have no idea what's going on. That happened to me when I got some of my 3900Xs for like $400, 2 years ago and stuff. So like, what? You can mine on a CPU? Yeah, man, no problem. Definitely, you can mine with anything you want. I mine with my keyboard sometimes. I didn't say that, but that was a joke from a video a while back. Some of you guys have seen it. I'll check my Windows Okay, I have Samsung and Micron. I put the 3600X and stuff like that in my GPU mining rigs. That way it has the ability to grind out some CPU coins too, but not cost a bajillion dollars. Yeah, very true. That's a good way to build up a GPU rig for sure. Then you can get a little extra bonus on the side. One thing the Threadripper could probably do is it has like 48 PCI Express lanes. 48. So that also make an experiment of like, how many GPUs could you throw on a 4-slot motherboard? You could load that thing up with all those extender boards and everything. You probably fit 20 GPUs, 25 GPUs, depending, obviously, Windows. I don't know what Windows maxed out now. I think they increased it to like 28 or something. I'm not sure. But you could probably max out however many Windows allows you to do because it does support the lanes. If you're unfamiliar with like the B250 Mining Expert motherboards, they support 19 GPUs, but only, 8 of them or 9 of them have to be normal ones, and the rest have to be mining specific because the board itself and the CPUs doesn't support the lane. So you need those CMP type of cards which doesn't have display outs to utilize non-PCI Express lanes. That's why you do need those other type of P104s and stuff mixed on those motherboards. But something like this Threadripper, it only has 3 or 4 slots. You could probably ramp up 20 GPUs in that thing. I think that'd be a fun experiment because Panda did do that with a 19 something, a few months back. But I think he was running into issues because that's an old gen Threadripper. And I don't think it supported the lanes for all the GPUs he was trying to throw in. But that 3970X could probably, support up to like 30 some GPUs if the operating system itself would actually support it. That's crazy though. That'd be a very crazy test. I put the 3600X and stuff. Okay, we went through that. 6600 non-XT Navi 27C GDR6 29 megahash. Same here. ARC MSI. RabidMining. My fave is the B250C. Small and riser cables are secured properly on the motherboard. Oh, nice. B250C. I think I've seen that one before. Very curious. I gotta look into that one again. Do we have any ads here? Did I miss anything? We got 54 viewers, 26 likes. Hit that like button, guys. What are we talking about here with all the GPUs? I'm missing everything. Everyone's talking about AMDs. There was an AMD drop today. I actually got in and it said, oh, these GPUs are available. I was like, awesome. I went through the list and I was like, I don't want to buy any AMD GPU. So I shut the window. So I made it through, but then I just shut the window. Oh man. I've been trying forever to try to get a hold of it, and then now I just finally do. And nope, no thanks. See you later. Bye. Anyway, like, I don't know how accurate what to mine is on things, but guys, like, have you looked at the AMD GPUs? After Ethereum, they're not very good. Not very good at all. Well, I think the 67 or the 68, one of those two look not bad, but seriously, look at this. Even the 1660 Supers, I was really surprised because I've been looking to look at one of those because I want to test them. But again, I don't know how accurate these numbers are, but have a look. Obviously, we know Ethereum's 29. Well, it's about what, 31 megahash, 90 watts. Awesome. But look at Ergo. Can anyone confirm these numbers for me? 57 megahash at 90 watts. That's bad. Bad. Look at the 6600 XT. Same thing. 62 at 80 watts. That's bad. Very bad, guys. You want more megahash than watts used when it comes to Ergo. Look at the A2000. 100 megahash, 80 watts. We can get 42 at 80 watts. Look at Kapow. 15 megahash at 80 watts. All right, let's look at the 1660 Super. 10 megahash, 90 watts. 1660 Ti. 13 megahash, 90 watts. Back to the A2000. 15 megahash, 80 watts. Way better. 6600 XT. 15 megahash, 110 watts. Guys, I keep saying the A2. Someone told me a while ago. There was actually a comment a while ago. Someone said the A2000s are good for Ethereum, but nothing else. I'm like, who is telling you this information? The A2000 is probably one of the only GPUs you really want to buy when it comes to the end of GPU mining. It does good on every algorithm out there, and it does it efficiently. Looking at AMD GPUs, after ETH, they're horrible. The 5700 XTs, they're looking very bad. 100 megahash at 130 watts. Again, anything under, if you're using more power than the megahash you get on Ergo, that's a crap GPU. Honest opinion, straight out, that's just bad. Raven, it does not too bad. 21 for 160. I have actual Raven coin numbers. I got to go through them to see how I think I got a little more for a little less power. I can't remember though. But regardless, AMD GPUs aren't looking too great. Even most of the NVIDIA, like 3060 Ti's, like, I don't even think I'd recommend them anymore. It was all used to be recommended for Ethereum, but things are actually, they're all LHRs now too. So we got to look at that aspect. Craziness. So 42, I think. What are they up to now? 48. Mine's only 42. So this is on par with mine actually. So that's funny how they have that one in there. But 135 for 120 watts. It's slightly over on Ergo. 27 190, 54 for 190. Like the 37. I believe the 3070 non-LHR. If you can get a non-LHR, good luck. But I think it's that and the A2000 are probably the only GPUs you should really be buying. Again, we don't know. Ethereum, how long is it going to be extended for? It could be another year or two. We have no idea. They're going to keep telling us every 3 months that it's extended for, it could be next few years. We have no idea. I highly doubt it's going to be that long because, they keep telling us how close they are, but at the same time, it's always extended. Regardless, they can't mess that up. So it could be quite some time still. But the point is, after Ethereum is gone, guys, I am really not recommending people to buy GPUs, as much as it's funny in the comments because it's like, oh, great, you're not buying GPUs, more for me. You're not doing this, more for me. You know what? By all means, you want to waste your money, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. I'm just trying to warn you. But again, if you are looking for GPUs, A2000s, these are the only GPUs I'm probably looking for personally myself. If I see these come up, that's what I'm going to buy. Anything else, I'd throw in the garbage. Don't buy it. Yes, the used market's starting to look better. GPU prices are coming down, but don't let it trick you in. GPU prices after ETH is gone are going to get 50% lower than what they are. They're going to be probably 50% of MSRP. Like they're going to get very, very low coming into the future. And, you know, someone that just spent a bunch of money because the deal looked good, you know, maybe kicking yourself because you probably could have got twice of what you just got waiting a few months from now or something, right? So keep that in the back of your head. Things are going to be totally crazy, guys. Totally crazy. Things are changing. Things are definitely changing, and we got to look into other ways to mine crypto. That's why I'm actually started recommending, the more I play with these ASICs, the more I'm really starting to like these ASICs. The more I'm looking at, there's more and more CPU mineable coins popping up all the time. So, you know, that's looking fairly profitable. And, you know, then GPUs, honestly, once Ethereum's gone, there's no coin that can support the hash rate. Literally, majority of the residential miners, you're going to have to shut off your rigs. You're going to have to. It's just going to make more sense. Why are you going to mine at a loss? It doesn't make any sense. The coin's going to pump. Okay, well, buy the coin. Don't waste power on it. Use the same amount of whatever you would have spent on your power. You buy the coin. You would end up with more coins than you would have been mining it. So again, just because you think the coin's going to pump, you're going to get more coins and a better pump if you just straight up buy the coin. So these are things that are going to happen. It's going to be crazy. As much as you don't want to believe it, it's happening. So keep that in the back of your head, guys. I bought some 8 GB cards for $220, 150, 250 Canadian the past month. Am I nuts? $220? Are those, what are those, 580s and 570s? They use a lot of power, but you know, if you have cheap power or you're solar or something, you're in a different situation. But who knows? Again, next bull run, you know, 2024, 2025, you know, if something really explodes and takes off, obviously people are going to want hardware. And, you know, picking these things up at decent prices now, you could either, one, sell them for very high, because again, we'll be in some more hardware shortages and people wanting to buy. So there's different opportunities could open up again. But, you know, if you're strictly in it for, if you watch the daily chart, like when before 1559, people were like, oh yeah, 3 months, I'm paying off my GPU in 3 months. Awesome. All of a sudden it turned to like 5 months. People are like, this is not profitable anymore. It's garbage, yada, yada, yada. Like, that's the way people think. So a lot of people that think just by looking at daily value, they're going to be getting rid of their rigs. So those are some of the, some of the, I guess, factors that we can't calculate. We can calculate, you know, how much you're going to make based on difficulty that comes in and stuff, but we can't calculate, you know, how many miners are going to shut off the first week, how many miners in 1 week, you know, stuff like that. We don't know how that part's going to factor in, and that's going to play a huge part into how profitable GPUs will be once Ethereum is gone. What's your ETA on those A2000s? Mine are May 5th, 25th. J-Doc, that's a very interesting question. Honest truth, I don't know. That's the honest truth. So I went through some, remember last month, I went to the thing where I ordered them, and then, you know, they had the credit card issue, and they went back and forth, and they had to manually verify it, and then they said the pre-auth was too long, so then they said it couldn't go through and all this stuff, and, you know, then I got my money back, and then they took it out, like within like 10 minutes of my money being returning, Lenovo took it out again, and now I've been into this month, and now the end of last week, the same thing happened. Check on your order, manually order needed, and all this stuff. So I talked to him. I said, this happened 2 months in a row. I lost my first batch, and now I'm on this 3-month order. What's wrong with you guys? Yada, yada, yada. You know, I don't have any issues with any other company, and I'm not going to buy through anymore. And I did this on a live stream and all this stuff. I went through everything. I was getting really mad. I'm like, why do you keep doing this? And then all of a sudden they said, well, I'm going to get in contact. They said, oh, you can cancel your order, get it back, and then reorder. I said, yeah, and then going to be put at the end of the list again and all this stuff. And they said, yeah, I see your frustration, yada. And then anyway, they said, wait for an email in 2 days and something will happen. So anyway, I went checked my order. Now it says it's going to ship again on May, end of May sometime. They said it's ready to ship. So then I asked them, I said, so what's going on with my order? This is happening. It's a different person. And I said, you know, what's happening? It says it's going to ship now. Did everything actually go through like it was supposed to and all this? It said everything looks good. It's supposed to ship by the end of May. I was like, okay, then I hung up on that. So I don't know what's happening with my order. It's very frustrating, and I'm waiting to see what happens with my order. So I guess by the time end of May comes, I'll see if it ships or not. But they still have the money, but they keep saying they don't have it, or, you know, they can't see it, or it's blocked. And I go back to the Visa, and they say, you know, it's not blocked. You got to wait for the merchant to confirm it and end it. And if they don't end it within X amount of days, they will just refund it back to me. and they had 2 days at that time to refund it. And then the guy said they'll go to their accountants on the Lenovo side and get back to me in 2 days with an email. I didn't get my email, and now we're sitting here where an order says it will ship in May again. So I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna wait till the end of the, I guess, wait till May and see if it ships or not, or if my order changes on me. So yeah, so I don't know what's happening with them. They sent a notice where I could cancel. I'm not sure what Lenovo is doing. They keep re-authing the card and never ship. Yeah, I keep getting it re-auth, but then they tell me they don't have it. It doesn't make sense. I have screenshots and everything of Lenovo taking it out, statements, everything, and they keep saying they don't have it and all this and all that. I don't know. It's a pain. Definitely a pain. Yes, Polaris 620 for 90 mega hash is what I ended up paying. 620 for 90 mega hash, but at the same time, like, so you have 3 cards for 620, but you're also using 118 about times 3. So you're using 354 watts for that 90 mega hash. That's insane. 354 watts. Where example, A2000s on that same hash rate. So for let's go 90 divided by 40. Let's go 41. So 2.195. So what was it, 80? So you'd be using half the power with A2000s for the same hash rate. So that's, the difference in efficiencies, and that's the difference that's either gonna let you keep your GPUs on longer or be able to turn them on sooner than other people. Remember, power prices play a factor. So because you're running 3090s with 1 cent power, obviously you can run longer or come on sooner than someone paying 40 cents with, even A2000. So depending where you live in, power price is a huge factor as well. But the point is, the A2000s, you'll be able to turn them on sooner for that and save the most at the wall. The sales rep says they are building the card. They're building the card. Okay, yeah. When I originally was there, though, like when I first ordered, it was end of February. We did that on a live stream, and they had them in stock at the time, and then the whole issue happened with the card, and then they had to put it on the back order end once they retook it out again, and now it's coming from their warehouse in, where is it, China or Taiwan? But that makes me wonder too. China's in like a lockdown, so this may be extended another 4 months. I have no idea. But now we're waiting for it to come from their warehouse. So whenever it gets to there, or whenever they manufacture it, I guess, like you're saying. So I don't know what's happening, but it's crazy. Yeah, Lenovo. Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but they saw that you were advertising them. I'm not advertising them anymore. They're the biggest headache I've ever had to deal with, and I told them that. 3070 full hash rate, keep or sell. I only heard the end. 3070 full hash rate are a great GPU. I would keep that one for sure. I keep all of them, honestly. Like, you can just turn them off, and once things, if things become profitable again, just turn them back online. But at the same time, if you want to make more for what you got, you could potentially sell stuff, earlier. That way the price is still kind of up in the used market, and then when everything crashes, you could double or triple up depending on, what you're looking for in a huge market downturn. So, yeah. And decided to keep them. Maybe they were a spy in your feed. Maybe they were a spy. But that would make sense. If they were spying, they would know that they're being retarded. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that word, but yeah. Major corp selling their stuff on eBay. Yeah, I seen that. There's quite a few stuff. Like, I was looking at what this guy was selling on eBay. Where is he? Shopping cart. This Ripper here. This guy has some. Where's the store seller? 6 watches, 30-day returns. Make an offer. Ooh, maybe I can get the price down a bit, guys. Maybe I can drop this down to 2,000 Canadian. It's still too much though. Oh, crazy. Oh, and it doesn't even come with the box. You get a Threadripper, you at least want the cool box with it, right? And I messaged them. It's no box. There's no box involved with this operation. It's straight up CPU. But where's his store? Where is his store? He has right here. He has all sorts of stuff. For sale, item description. See all items. This guy has epics, and look at his rippers and epics, and oh my gosh. This guy has everything. Look at all that. Oh, Just want it all of it. What is this cooler? It doesn't matter what it is, it just looks kind of cool, so I want that. It's like an ASIC Ripper cooler, TR4. Oh, craziness. Yeah, but that's good. Threadripper Pro. Which one is this? $39.90, $8,500, $82. No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Awesome. I've never actually ordered off eBay, so it would have been my first tester one. It has 30-day money back. You can return, so obviously it's a rated seller. You can do all this stuff, so you know you can at least hope everything works. Yes, I am Canadian. I'm Canadian. Rabid, not a very good ASIC salesman. He skipped my question twice. Oh, Arcs Crypto, I'm sorry. I didn't even see your question. What are we talking about here? 2 gram budget. Are there any ASICs that make sense to buy in that price range right now? I don't know. Honestly, 2000. I don't know. ASIC miner value. I don't know what's in the 2000 price range. ASICs are fairly expensive. Like even the KD Box Pro is up there in price. KD Box Pro. Like what's, yeah, like look at the KD Box Pro. They're at least 5,000 depending where you get them from. 5, 6, you know, 7,000 over here. What's that? Safety miner 7,000. So I don't know. Not sure. What would be what would be, there might be a, I don't want to recommend a Bitcoin ASIC though. They're loud, they use more power. Like, you know, let's go through the Bitcoin thing. I know a lot. Bitcoin is probably one of the safest ASICs you can get because you don't have to worry. Bitcoin's not going to change any algorithms. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. So mining it, you know, is 100% safe. Well, maybe 99.9. You can't really say 100% on stuff. But the only issue with the Bitcoin miners are they use a lot of power and they're very loud. So they're loud. So depending where you live, if loud is an issue, you know, not recommended. And they use a lot of power. All of them. Let's just look at SHA 256. $22 a day. So look at this is the newest top of the line max thing, 198 terahash. It's not even out yet, but this is the next newer thing coming out. 198 terahash makes $22 a day after power. 50 decibels. That's actually not too loud. That's, oh yeah, it's the hydro. It's never mind. So that one's actually fairly quiet because it is liquid cooled, but it's 5,445 watts, 5,400 watts. You can get miners that use half the power and make more per day. So you could, in theory, mine that with that other miner, swap it into Bitcoin, be making more Bitcoin per day and using less power. So that's my recommendation. Like if you're a huge mining farm, obviously you're running off Bitcoin miners. So this is what you utilize. It's awesome. But like, oh, they use so much power, guys. Like let's take a look. Well, Jazz Miner X4. This thing is the absolute monster beast. Nothing can touch it. But let's just take a look at the KD6. Look at the KD6. $101 a day after power. 2,600 watts. So little over half the power, like 55%. But you're getting $101 a day. So you could just swap this into Bitcoin and be getting $101 worth of Bitcoin every day for only 2,600 watts instead of utilizing the 5,044 watts. Like, it makes more sense to do that. Again, this is Cadena. Cadena could crash. Who knows? Something else could happen. Whatever, you know, Cadena is not, you know, as stable, obviously, as something like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, like I said, would be a safe miner to go through. I believe a script miner, maybe the L7 would be a nice safe one too. Script will probably maintain its whole thing. Now, if Dogecoin does go to like a POS platform, like Mr. Vitalik Bongholio himself. I don't believe I just said that, but no, he's talking about wanting to help Doge go POS, which is crazy. Anyway, if that gets taken off the script, then it's no longer merge mine. That's, you know, probably one of the main reasons how the script algorithm, other than Litecoin, became so profitable. So that might drop the profitability across these script miners. So like I said, other factors could come into play where Bitcoin would be the safest miner to roll with. But look at these L7s, $40 a day. They're fairly loud, 75 decibels. You know, that's up there in the noise. Not as high as these 80 guys up here, but $38 a day for 3,400 watts. Again, you're using less power and making, you know, double the profits almost here. and you could just swap that into Bitcoin. So, but when it comes to only a $2,000 range, I don't know which miner. The Bitcoin miners are probably the only ones you would see in that type of price range. So let's find out. Shaw, actually, what's a mini Doge for? But they're not making very much. Let's just go Shaw 256. Let's have a look at. No, that's probably up there. You know, S19 is a popular miner. Let's take a look at that. How much is the S19 going for these days? S19. Oh, they're up there. They're up there. They're definitely up there. Okay, you have to come down in profitability here. Sorry, I know you don't want to see the darker colors here, because the darker they get, eventually they turn red. See, and we don't want to see the red. Well, let's take a look at this one. What's the eBang? What's the eBang EBIT? 11 cents. You know, we need at least $1 a day here. Come on. All right, let's look at 2019, something decent. Apollo BL. Let's see what this thing is. It's March 2022, so it's fairly new. Fairly new. It is worth 24, so it's closer. It's closer to your price range here, but I don't know. Intel's and ASICs are supposed to be coming out soon. We got those new Intels coming out. They're supposed to be decently efficient, but still, I believe this guy is still the top dog in efficiency when it releases. But Intel's coming out. We'll see what the price range on those are when they release. That'll be interesting. What do we got? We got the Strongs. Yeah, I don't know. $2,000. Like, ASICs are a fairly big investment. They're expensive. That's one of the major downfalls. And if anything happens to the coin, you know, then that ASIC's garbage. But hopefully nothing happens to the coin. You know, if Kadena, honestly, right now, Kadena miners are the most profitable miners to have. They're just expensive. And if anything happens to Kadena, you know, they're worthless. But hopefully KDA remains on par, does good, and, you know, stays strong. And then these would be absolutely amazing miners. Yeti, what's going on, Yeti? What's happening? Where is E9? Isn't that release date in 2021? E9? Let's take a look at E9. Where's the E9? E9? Oh yeah, where is that E9? Yeah, this thing right here. That's right. I don't know what's going on. It's been saying coming soon forever. Maybe they canceled that. Or maybe it's just there to, you know, bring people to their website to buy some other miner. I don't know. No idea. I have not heard any news on the Antminer E9 forever. But this thing is a monster, obviously. 3 gigahash at 2,500 watts. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But is it going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I think Bitmain may be contemplating what's going on. What is Kadena? KDA? You don't know KDA? Kadena? Let's take a look. Let me see. Let's go back down to where's Pool Flare. So here's the KDA I have right now. This is a Gold Shell KD Box Pro mining KDA. So we go to others. So total paid, I've got 19.8 KDA. So the past 24 hours, I got 1.6 KDA. So let's take this for example. Copy. Now let's just look at KDA price. Kadena price. Open this up. CoinGecko. And let's just see. So looks like the profitability came down a little bit here. Usually I was around 10 a day, but it looks like we're at $8.79 a day. Remember, this thing's only using 230 watts. 230 watts, 55 cents a day worth of power. It's making $8.79. And that's with this recent crash. So let's go back here and look, Kadena spiked right about up here. So imagine if this next bull run, if it hits this again, at least, no, usually bull runs we expect a higher. It was at $24.52 when it really ramped up here. You can see it just went boom, it took off and exploded in November of 2021. So if it hits $24 again, at least 1.6 at $24, where's our calculator? Get this bigger, 1.06 times $24. Like, that's $25.44 a day for only 230 watts. That's insane. That's insane. That's if it pumps again. Will it pump? We have no idea. But coming from the GPU side, everyone's expecting crypto to pump. It'll be profitable again, right? So use that same mentality everywhere else. This is going to pump, and you know, you're expecting bigger pumps. So will its next all-time high be even higher than $24? What if it hits $30 or $35? That is insane amount of profitability for only a 230 watt miner. That's crazy. Absolutely insane thinking about it that way. But will it happen? Again, it's all just wishful thinking. We have no idea what's going to happen. So yeah. Kadena, yes, it is an ASIC only algorithm. That's where your KDA miners are, your gold shell KD6s, KD5s, the KD boxes, the KD box pros. But you know, they're very efficient miners, and with the current price of Kadena, still they're the most profitable ASICs you could buy right now. But because they also come with the price tag to match. So keep that in mind as well. Is Fundweiser pumping again? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think he's at work. Fundweiser's at work, he said. He's just lurking. Magic Lucky, ask Rabid. He'll tell you there are a ton of ASICs on ETH today. Yeah, there's a lot. Did someone ask something about ASICs? No way it's 50%. What, seriously? Then I feel. What are we talking about? Wow, it's created. Someone ETH is Ethereum is negative, is not Ethereum resistant. Let's take a look at this. Ethereum is full of ASICs. There's a lot of ASICs. Now there's probably a lot more GPUs than ASICs, but there's a lot of ASICs for what happened to my ASIC miner value here? But there's a lot of ASICs for actual Ethereum here. Like, let's just put in ETH. Look at the Jazz miners, guys. Expect these. Like, I know a lot of you got GPU miners out there are like talking about, we're just gonna move to Ethereum Classic. It's gonna take over, no problem, you know, or Flux. Flux obviously is a safer bet than Ethereum Classic, because Ethereum Classic is gonna be overrun with ASICs. These things are legitly made for ETC hash and everything as well. They can mine ETC hash right now. They can swap over, no problem, or to Ethereum. You have no issues. And you think your GPU can compete with this thing? Let's look at some numbers. You imagine 2.5 gigahash. That's 2,500 megahash at only 1,200 watts. 1,200 watts for 2.5 gigahash. Name one GPU that has an efficiency even close to that. None of them do. Absolutely none of them can compete with this thing. So all these ASICs, they're going to move to Ethereum Classic. And Ethereum Classic doesn't really have much hash rate. It's not going to take much to double, triple, quadruple the difficulty on Ethereum Classic. The only GPU that can compete with the majority of these ASICs are the A2000 on Ethereum. But none of them can compete with these Jazz miners. They're absolutely insane. Now, we don't know. I believe the A10 Pro currently cannot mine Ethereum Classic. I believe, who was it? Fully Electric. He has a couple of these, and there's no firmware that allows it to happen yet that I'm aware of and that he's aware of. So he's still looking to see if it actually can. But I imagine something will come out, because there was the ETC Thanos hard fork. Now, they renamed it to ETC hash. I don't know what they changed, but it's still pretty much the exact same algorithm. And coming on a GPU miner aspect, you know, I'm just going to go to ETC, exact same overclock settings, exact same power. It's not going to affect you, minus a little less profitability. Swap over to that. But remember, that's where these ASICs are going to hit. You're going to be competing with the ASICs. And the A2000 can compete with the A10 Pros if they can move there. They can compete with whatever other ETH hash there is. What's going on here? How come I'm not getting the ETH hash ones? But yeah, they compete with the A11s, A10s, and all that, but nothing can compete with the Jazz miner. So depending how many of these are actually in circulation will determine, you know, how well ETC actually plays out. But yes, there are Ethereum ASICs out there. HiveOS working on an image for the A10. I've got access to one. Oh, are they really, Eddie? Awesome. That's amazing. That's curious. So I wonder if there'd be program. I imagine they're working on programming a firmware for ETC then, but that would make, oh, that's actually also interesting that you mentioned that, because that would put the A10 potentially even more efficient. Now, if you know anything like with the Antminer L3 Plus, let's take a look at that now. Oh, we got so much stuff to go through. I didn't even. Okay, let's look at the Antminer L3 Plus. So if we look at this, default, it's 504 megahash, this one. And you can see here, it's 800 watts. Now, utilizing HiveOS with this, you were still getting your 504 megahash, but HiveOS firmware allowed you to drop it down to 660 watts. And they do that with all the ASICs they currently have. So there's like the S19s and stuff on Hivon. But now that Yeti points out that they're working on A10, they potentially could be dropping the power consumption, but maintaining the hash rate on the A10 Pro Pluses, which means look out, higher efficient GPUs are coming back, and that may even put A2000, if they can actually drop the power consumption and keep the same hash rate on A10s and A10 Pros, even A2000s won't be able to compete, because right now they're slightly more efficient than an A10, but if they drop that power down, they won't be. So there won't be any GPU that could compete on Ethereum Classic with ASICs at that point. So I was not aware that HiveOS was doing that. So thanks for pointing that out, Yeti. That's awesome. See, now we're here. Let's take a look at Yeti's dashboard. We've been working on the beta here for a little bit. Actually, oh no, I gotta log in. Crap. Why is this happening? Okay, we'll have to look at it another time. I gotta bring up all my info. Hold on, let's do this. Let's hide that over here. Let's hide this over here. I don't have everything set up perfectly yet. Gotta add all my GPUs and stuff in still, but let me just find my login information. Where we at? Yeti right there. Where's my login stuff? I don't think I changed anything. I don't remember changing anything, so hopefully I didn't and I forgot. Scrolling. There we go. Let's get the password copied. Give me a second, guys. All right. Close. All right, see if this works. Log in and logging in. Please wait. I'm in. All right, I'm in, guys. Don't worry. I'm in. We're good. So here we are. Can you guys kind of see this? This is Yeti's dashboard. It's currently in private beta. I think you would call it that. But this is what it is. So you can see I'm mining on FlexPool. It has my wallets when I get my payouts and everything. I don't have my investment costs or anything in there. Let me kind of zoom in so you can see that. So you can see as you buy GPUs, hardware, stuff like that, you put in your investment costs. It will then calculate, your daily costs. This is my power cost in Canadian dollars right now. And then you can see your daily profits that you're getting, the total amount you've earned when you get your payouts, and then remaining until you actually ROI your hardware. So it's keeping track of everything for you. So this thing's awesome. I just started, so I don't have all the stats. I got one payout of Ethereum Classic right now, so it's telling me that's what I got. But you can see it has your hash rate, the pool you're using. It supports EtherMine, 2 miners, Hivon, F2, FlexPool, Miner Pool. Now, when it comes to setting up your GPUs, you got to add your GPUs in. Your make, your models, your serial numbers. You can put a date of when you burnt it, blowing it out. When you change your thermals on example GDDR6X memory type of cards. When you did anything. Your purchase price, so it adds to your ROI of everything taken down. Your purchase date. Everything can be in here, and you can set up a picture here. So when you click on each GPU, it'll have a picture. You could print out a QR code, which you could just scan based on all this, and it'll bring it all up. So each GPU can have its own QR code. What other crazy stuff do we got in here? I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff here that I haven't even set up yet. So this is crazy. I think everybody out there is going to love this thing when it finally comes into play. It's pretty much an all-in-one dashboard. Anything you need to know about your GPUs once you plug everything in is going to be there. Everything. Absolutely everything. So this is awesome. Absolutely amazing. You can sync it directly from Hive under the settings. I did do that though. It's not popping up unless I'm broken. Let's go back to settings. You guys are going to see all my AA. Okay, where is it? Update. Oh, not that. Uh-oh. Everyone just saw my bad stuff. Just kidding. So look, HiveOS sync data. I don't want to import that one. Import. I'm importing that farm. I don't want my ASIC farm. It's not supported yet. And then I save. And I go to everything. And they're still not here. See, I don't see it. Now I still got to add my GPUs. Unless I'm clicking something wrong, let me know. Am I clicking something wrong, Yeti? But where can we get this software? Look under settings, themes. Oh, settings and themes. Settings. Oh, wait. Is that settings? No, that's license. Settings. Themes. Where's themes? Show BTC, EtherScan, show ETC, show Ergo Flux. Theme. Oh, whoa, what is all this? Oh, RabidMining. What's this? What's RabidMining? I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm going to add in theme RabidMining. What? Save. What happens when I do this? What changed? Did something change? Oh, whoa. It's got my colors and stuff. That's cool. Got the red, the yellow, the orange. Yeah, cool. Oh, I was not aware of this. That's awesome. I'll have to take a look at that for you shortly. Yeah, no problem. Let me just go back in there. Maybe something changed. Okay, awesome. You've got my own little theme in here. So this is cool. I was not aware of this. I gotta go through some more settings later. But someone asked, where can I get this? Mark Mears, where can we get this software? It's not available yet, but we're just beta testing it right now. Obviously, it's awesome. And you guys are really going to love this thing. You guys are already wondering where to get it. So once this thing is fully, you know, when Yeti gives the okay of it being operational and I get all the actual information I'm supposed to have in there, then we'll whip it all together and get you guys all the info needed for you guys to start downloading it for yourself. Yeah, once all the bugs are worked out. Like you said, I don't know if I'm assuming this is operator error, but as you can see, I can't get my GPUs in there without manually doing it. But allegedly, Yeti says you can just import it all in. So that's either a bug or I'm just failing at operating this the correct way. But we'll get things worked out. So I thought we'd showcase that to you right quick again here. We've been talking about it a little bit in the last live stream, but yeah, that thing's amazing. It's awesome. Are you an indoor gardener? So who an indoor gardener? Oh, you guys thought siding usual, but today I'm an electrician. Don't burn anything down. Oh, awesome. Do you have any other questions out there? Yeah, still getting over that. HiveOS is working on 8.10. How do you get all this? How did you get access, Yeti? You got insiders with HiveOS, don't you? That's cool. Do you have an 8.10? Actually, you got a few ASIC miners there, Yeti? I'm curious. And how is that software working for it? Is it actually dropping the wattage down a bit? Like, you got inside information here. We want to know. Unless you probably signed an NDA, didn't you? We got 62 viewers, 35 likes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit all those other buttons. That if there's a button to hit, just hit it. You know, maybe even hit that join button, hit that little super chat Threadripper fun button. That one's an awesome button to hit. Yeah, so what should we look at now? We went through, you know, CPU stuff. We went through that. Get rid of that. Ryzen 5800X 3D. Don't buy it. Not worth it. I still want one to test though, but only if I can return it. When will the D3 be profitable? The D3. Let's have a look at the D3. Someone told me about the D3 a little while ago and said, whoa, 15 gigahash. Maybe I'm thinking of a different D one. I don't know. Negative $3. That's not looking good. What is this thing using for power? X11 algorithm. What's this thing mine? Cannabis coin. What? Cannabis coin. Dash. So I'm assuming people are purchasing this for Dash. So when will it be profitable? I guess when Dash spikes, you know, next bull run, maybe 2024, 2025 could be then. I don't know. So right now, this is a prime example of what to do. So obviously, I don't think GPUs are going to get minus $3 a day, but I think they'll be over $1 a day. But you can see it's red. So what does that mean when something is red? Someone asked that question when I say, you know, it's in the green or it's in the red. Someone actually asked me, what do you mean by in the green or in the red? And this is, you know, a prime example of it. So when something is in the red, so you're making negative $3 a day. So in the red means potentially if you took your 1200 watts worth of power and you bought the coin, so whatever you would have spent that month or that week or that day or whatever worth in power, you buy the coin, you would end up with more coins than you would have got mining it because it's just not profitable. So once something is green, you're actually mining more coins than what you're paying in power. So the coins, if you were to sell them, you would pay for your power plus have extra coins on top of that. So that's what it means when you're in the green. And when you're in the red, obviously I just went through it, you're not doing that. So you're not making enough coins to be able to pay for the power that you're using. So you're better off to shut your rigs down or this miner and buy the coin straight out. And you would end up with more coins than for the day mining. And this is what's going to be happening once Ethereum does move away from once Ethereum does move to POS is we are going to see GPUs hitting the red zone here. I don't know when the last time GPUs ever hit the red zone or if they ever did. I know last 2018 winter, like they were down to like 30 cents, 50 cents a day on like RX 580s and stuff back in 2018. But they didn't really go into the red, and you have to swap coins quite a bit to keep yourself in that 30 to 80 cents type of range operation. I don't even know if it hit 80 cents in 2018 or not, but they're at least in the green. And really, after Ethereum does move away, it's literally going to be a crypto winter on GPUs, and it's only going to be for GPUs. CPUs are still in the green. Chia hard drives are still in the green. A lot of these ASICs will be way in the green, and GPUs have the potential to be in the red. Nothing else is affected other than GPUs at this point. So people are going to have to shut them off. It will make sense to buy the coin instead of mining the coin. So I just wanted to point out, you know, between red and green, some of you guys don't seem to really know what that meant. So if that was a question for anybody, now you know. Is cannabis coin proof of work? It'd have to be, because that miner could mine it. So it's a POW coin. Note, there are some people who live in some places where buying a coin is not. Oh yeah, that's very true. I never thought of that. That's right. There are places that can't buy coins, so the only way you can get it is mine it. But then how would they sell it if they can't buy it? They have to swap it to something else, move it to something, potentially come bring it back to something that is allowed in their country. I know there's a big workaround when it comes to that, so I'm not sure how, but that is very true. There are other aspects of things that make sense. So you're right there, Magic Lucky. What are you mining? What am I mining? On what? I'm mining everything. I'm moving around constantly, always trying stuff out. If you're unfamiliar, you know the link in the description to the CPU mining profit calculator is there. I do got to get some more coins added to that because I have been testing out some other coins as well. And I don't know, some of the coins are broken and some of them aren't. If you know what I'm talking about, if you've probably been mining it and I said that coin is broken. POW using a bong, the puff coin. Yeah, that's crazy. Cannabis is proof of smoke. 100%. That's 100% proof of smoke. You know about the broken one. Arx Crypto. Yeah, Arx Crypto knows about the broken one. He knows what's going on there. But the broken one's decent when it's not broken. But there's some other ones out there. I don't want to point anybody on a coin and have something happen to it and then I get blamed for it. So until, you know, the networks and certain things and certain coins are fixed or whatever, I don't really want to point people to a coin. Because, you know, some people get mad really easy, some people don't. It's like anything, you click on a link, I don't want anybody's wallets getting hacked by, you know, a different wallet, and there's always risks with everything, but I'm always trying different coins out, so I know the risks, and if something happens to me, you know what happens. If the coin explodes and dies, then you know what, it's a loss, whatever, move on to the next one. But I don't want to just, you know, everyone go mine this because it's awesome, and you know, something happens. Broke one could eventually be pretty neat. So tempting to buy new GPUs, but ROI is 2 years. Yeah, I know, it's very tempting. That's what people are starting to see, because everyone's used to the GPU prices being, you know, so high, and they're seeing the prices come close to MSRP, and some on the used market are coming down again, you know, even under MSRP, and EVGA is throwing sales on 3080s and 3080s Ti's. You're like, oh, now's the time to buy GPUs, but is it really? Like, once Ethereum is gone, like, I know where everyone's saying, you know, a CPU, it takes a year to ROI, or a year and a half, or sometimes, you know, 8 months, depending on how that coin's doing. Or, you know, this takes that long. Anything over a year is not worth it. Well, GPUs, if they're in the red, they won't ROI at all. You're losing money on your GPU. And once they do finally hit the green, it's going to be a 3 to 5 year return to pay that thing off. So GPUs are going to probably be one of the worst possible ways to mine on, unless people really shut off rigs, drop that difficulty, or bring it up. Like, as hard as it is to imagine how bad GPUs will be, you know, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna hurt a lot of people. So I really recommend against buying GPUs at this point in time. That's the only thing I agree with the Ethereum devs on, is they're saying, you know, you stop looking at GPUs, maybe stop buying thousands of dollars worth of hardware, because you know, Ethereum is supposed to move soon. That is the only thing I agree with them on 100%. Everything else, you know, they can say what they want. I think Ethereum is still a ways away, you know, the whole merge thing, but we don't know until it actually happens. But just be prepared for everything. Don't waste money. I don't think you're going to need at least a year right now to ROI anything. Like, look at the hash rate on Ethereum. We're getting even higher. We can probably see that people are starting to pick up GPUs because, you know, we got LHR unlockers coming in. So that could be a little spike here as well. You know, just like you guys said, GPUs are coming down in price. I got to buy them. I got to buy them. No, you don't have to buy them. You want to buy them, but I really don't recommend it. But the hash rate is constantly going up. And the higher the hash rate goes, the lower your profitability goes. That's just the way it works. So keep that in mind as well. 380 mega hash 2 summers ago was mining over 1 whole Ethereum in a month. 1 gigahash now doesn't even get half an Ethereum. That's how difficulty hurts. And the amount of difficulty that's sitting on the Ethereum network, once Ethereum's gone, that hits the other network, other coins, crushed. Literally crushed. You need like a 20 times increase on coin prices on the other coins, or you need like a 50%, maybe even more than a 50% hash rate drop, which means 50% of GPU miners have to shut down. It's crazy the thing that's going to happen. But yeah, a 6600 makes more. Yeah, but what if you only have 7 cards? Yeah, you can still play around. I'm keeping my cards. I'm not selling any of my GPUs whatsoever. You know, if we get another bull run 2025 and things start exploding massively, you know, obviously mining's going to take off and equipment will get expensive. So hold on to your stuff. Yeah, what is it? But yeah, no, I'd hold on. I wouldn't sell them. But yeah, next bull run, like who knows? What is it? Raptorium going nowhere. So see, look at that. Some people think things are going nowhere. You guys know the term. When be brave when people are fearful. People see the price of Raptorium coming down, but maybe they forgot the whole crypto market is coming down as well. So that's coming into play. It peaked at 8 cents before. Next bull run, what if it hits 8 cents again? What if it hits 15 cents? Raptorium is still in the green, which means you're getting more coins than you're getting more coins than the power you use. If you were to sell every day, you could still be getting extra coins. You're making money off Raptorium currently right now, and the hash rate is slowly dropping, which means you're getting even more coins, which brings the profitability up more. Fast forward to 2025, Raptorium could potentially, what if it hits 10 cents, 15 cents? I have about, I don't know, if it hits 10 cents again, I probably have about 60,000, 70,000 USD worth of Raptorium coins if it hits 10 cents. I got a lot in there. So, you know, my rigs could potentially, honestly, if that happened, I'd probably get another 50 CPUs, but we'll see. But that's the potential. Right now it's green. So it makes sense to keep mining it. And if you think, you know, it's not going to do anything, then don't mine it. Go mine something else. But if it does do something, awesome. A lot of people will benefit from it. So that's just the only point right there. 260 RTM a day. See, that's pretty good. That's not too bad. I think mining Raptorium right now, I'm around 1,000 a day, and I'm getting another 400 or 500 from the smart node. So I'm around 1,500 coins a day with mining and staking at the same time. So that's not bad. You fast forward that through 2 years. So say 1,500 times 2 years. What is that? 1,500 coins times, you know, 365 times 2. That's 1,095,000 coins just from mining and staking from today. That's just from staking and mining. That has nothing to do with what I already have in there. So let's say I add that up. So what I got, like 580,000 coins right now. So I'm going to have 1.6 million coins. So let's say that hits 10 cents. Let's say Raptorium hits 10 cents in 2025. Based on mining and everything per day, 1.6 million coins will turn into $167,000 if Raptorium hits 10 cents by 2025. I'd say that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Will it hit 10 cents? Maybe. It might not. It might go higher. We don't know. But that's the whole fun of mining crypto. And imagine saying 2 years from now, I make the video, yo, my CPU just made me over $100,000. What? How much of my GPUs made? Oh, they're in the red lately. That sucks. Anyway, regardless, let's get back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about? But it consumes 680 watts. Yeah, depending how you're running your rig too. Like I think total power of my 11 rigs is around 900 and some watts. It'll hit 0 before it hits 10 cents. All right, hey, that's okay. You can have your opinion. That's all right with you. Myself, I'm going all in. So we'll see what happens in 2 years. 100 watt per CPU rig. I need a new CPU cooler for my mining rig. My fan on the cooler is on the way out. Oh no, need a new fan. Get one. Diversity, but it consumes $1.80 per day. Yeah, but see, that's green. That's in the green. That's better than what GPUs could be looking like. Let's take a look at some numbers. Where are we at? Where's what to mine? Let's have a look here. So let's do an example. We're gonna pull up my old. Where's my hash rate calculator? Bam, right here. Hash power calculator. Now we're gonna take a look at what to mine. Then we're gonna take it the good old Ethereum chart. So let's take a number here. How many GPUs do you guys think is hanging out on Ethereum right now? 50%, 60%. Now a lot of people think, because remember, let's just look back at something. Before we even make these guesses, let's look back at something. So back around this point right here, it was about this area right here, Ethereum actually had an EIP to remove ASICs from the network. So this is March 16th, 2021. So a little bit after the 810s came out. They came out in December. Same with the 3000 series, and the 810 Pros came out in December of 2020. So we're sitting about right here, just before 1559. And the Ethereum devs, you know, they have their calls, their meetings. They wanted to remove ASICs. They had the call came up. There was an EIP to remove ASICs from the network. So then, you know, they did their thing and all their stats and whatever they do that they do. And they came back a couple months later, so around this point, and they said, no, maybe we're not going to do it because it won't really affect the hash rate. There aren't enough ASICs on the network that it'll really do anything at this point. So therefore, we're saying the majority of the hash rate already right here is hanging out on GPU. So there's at least 539 majority hash rate. And then all of a sudden, we know NVIDIA was selling CMP cards and everything to Hut 8, millions and millions of dollars worth. Crates were going out to everywhere. Obviously, ASICs were selling as well because they're no longer taking them off. And then we just had a massive explosion. So now we're sitting at over 1 petahash of hash rate. How much hash rate of that would be GPUs at this point? 60% GPUs, 40% hamsters on wheels. Maybe that's 60%. All right. Well, just to, you know, average it, we're going to use 50%. So we're not even going to use 50% of what we have right now. Let's use 50% of 1 petahash because that makes it that much easier. So 50% of 1 petahash is, let's just put in our 1 petahash here. Bam. Now we're sitting at this amount of mega hash. We cut that down. So obviously we can just go 500 terahash would be a 50% mark. So now we're sitting at 500 terahash. All right, there's 500 terahash at 50%. And that's with 1 petahash. We're over 1 petahash at this point, and it's constantly slowly going up. So we're sitting here at what is this? 500 million mega hash. 500 million mega hash of GPUs is on Ethereum. All right, cool. Let's look at our calculator. Calculator. 500 million mega hash. So we got 500, then we need a million. So 6 more zeros, if you guys can see that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we got to convert this. You know, the hard part of this whole operation is converting this to Ravencoin Kapow hash rate and all these other hash rates. Well, what the mine does it for you very, very simply. We can simply, let's take 3080s, for example. They do about 100 mega hash. So if we just divide this by 100, we're now looking like we have about 5 million RTX. Is that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2? Yeah. So we got 5 million RTX 3080s worth of hash rate at 50 million or at 500 terahash at half the network. So 5 million 3080s. What kind of hash rate are we looking at now? We got 5 million. Let's punch that in. Bam. Okay. Here's the hash rate across all these coins. So what do we got sitting here in mega hash? So in mega hash, we have copy. We're going to copy Kapow, for example. Here's Ravencoin. Here's our hash rate. Let's punch our hash rate into our mega hash of our calculator. That is 1.97 terahash. So that amount of mega hash that's sitting there in 3080s is 197.5 terahash at 50%. How much is currently on the Ravencoin network? 3.4 terahash. There's 3.4 terahash currently mining Ravencoin. And there's how much? 197 times, 197 terahash could come in. All right, well, let's see how much extra hash rate is that, for example. 197, we're going to divide that by what's currently sitting on Ravencoin right now. 3.4. 3.4. So that is 57.9 times the hash rate. And I can tell you right now, only 5 times the increase of hash rate will destroy this coin to the negatives. And we're going to look at that right now. So there's not 57 times the hash rate that could potentially hit Ravencoin. There's enough hash rate, adding them all together, to easily go 5 to 10 times over the top 10 coins all at the exact same time. So the top 10 coins we can say right now are dead. They're gone. Unprofitable on any GPU out there. Well, let's just have a look at Ravencoin, for example. So we're now going to take our 5 million. We're going to look at 12 3080s. Because, you know, 3080s are awesome GPUs. Everybody wants them. You know, it's all about, you know, density and stuff. So 12 3080s on Ravencoin right now, $21 a day after power. Wicked. I'm making quite a bit here. So let's take our difficulty. Now, remember, there's 57 times that could hit Ravencoin. We're going to look at only 5 times. 5 times increase. So 45,815. So 45,815. We're going to times that by 5. So now we have a difficulty increase of 229075. All right, let's take a look at this profitability now. If this was to happen right now and 5 times the difficulty hits Ravencoin, we're making $21.60 per day right now. 520 coins per day. Calculate with the difficulty increase of 5 times. We're negative $1.44. You're making 104 coins a day on 12 3080s. And that's only 5 times difficulty increase. And there could be 10 times. So this could be almost $3 a day, which we saw on that D7 miner, D3 that we looked at. So potentially that could be like that. So how much of a price increase do we need for this to happen for 5 times? And like I said, 10 times could easily hit the top 10 at the exact same time. And there's over 74 times the hash rate that could run into Ravencoin. This is looking very unprofitable right now on GPUs. My CPU is making, well, you're in the negatives here. Obviously, if it's in the green. Chia mining is even in the green. Chia mining for $200 with the hardware is making 36 cents a day. That is more profitable than GPUs at this point mining Ravencoin. So argue that fact. Now let's go back here. Thank you very much, Michael Flores, for the US $2. Let's have a look at other coins, you know. Well, let's take a look at Flux. What could happen on Flux? You know, it's a big thing. A lot of stuff could happen on Flux because Web3 and all these other things. You can see massive gains here, but the way it's sitting right now, it's not looking good. So let's look at Zelhash here. We got to convert this into souls. So right now it's like a hash rate. So souls is just like a normal hash. We go to our calculator, plug it into our hashes. So we have 395 mega hash worth of hashes to come in. So 395 mega souls. How much is currently sitting on Flux at the moment? Flux has a hash rate of 2.13 mega hash. Okay, 2.13. And we have how much sitting there? 395. So 395, we're going to divide that by the amount coming in. Flux 2.13. There's over 185 times the hash rate at 50% that could hit Flux. Like I said, you know, everything's not going to point to one thing. People are going to be bouncing all over the place. But the point is, there's enough hash rate to either 5 times the top 20 coins or 10 times the top 10 coins very, very easily. So 185 times. You want to look at Flux? We can do the same numbers on Flux here if you want to look at 5 times difficulty increase. But let's just tell you, it's going to be worse than what the Ravencoin is. Look at the hash rate. It's crazy. So that's going to ultimately die. What do we got for Ethereum Classic? Let's just take a look. We can do that straight across the board, actually. 500 terahash divided by, we can just go straight up 500 terahash here. Divided by their 28. How much could hit that? There's over 17.8 times the hash rate. Ergo, what is Ergo going to have? You can pretty much double your hash rate on Ergo to compete with that. So Ergo is like Anyway, regardless, you know where I'm going with this, guys. So how's this looking to you guys? Are you going to be betting $20,000 worth of GPUs? Are you going to be buying GPUs for numbers that are looking like this? Things are going to change and things are going to look really bad. How much power? Chia example you mentioned. How much power on Chia? I don't really know. I never measured the Chia power, but let's just show you an example. Like I have 12. Let's go to PC part picker. Just for a quick example, PC part picker. Like I think Chia mining could technically, I don't know what Chia is making now. I'm waiting for my blockchain to resync. It's been a couple months, but let's go up. Canada. Let's just look at browse products, storage. Let's look at storage. Price, cheapest. No, we want to look at price per gigabyte. Western Digital Blue, $72 for 4 terabytes. All right, so you can get 4 terabytes for $72. And then over here, this is Canadian. So what's the price? What did I buy? Say 3060 Ti. Founders Edition is sitting at about, I'd say $550. So $550 divided by 72. So I get 7.6. So let's just say 7 times 72. So that's $504. So $50 cheaper than buying a 3060 Ti Founders Edition, which is non-LHR. Will grant me, what is that? I need 4 terabytes and it times up by, was it 6 or 5? So 24. So I think it would be 2220. Oh, I forgot what my number was. 72 times. I totally lost my number. Someone, 500 gigabyte HDD. Is this good for Chia? Anyone who bought 30 series over the past year, that is what I would be sweating. No resale value because limited number of gamers looking for used cards. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just trying to point out, I forgot what my number was here now. So it's, oh yeah, it's going 550 divided by 72. So yeah, oh, it was 7. So 7 times 72 equals 504. So 7 times 4 terabytes. So I'd have 28 terabytes. I'm currently getting 12. So I'm getting 12 terabytes right now, getting about 63 cents a day on my Chia mining. So over doubling that. So I'm at about $1.20 a day. Chia is making about $1.20 a day for the same price. What's a 3080? What's a 3060 Ti actually making by itself right now? 3060 Ti, non-LHR. It's making $2.01. Chia mining for a little bit cheaper and way less power is actually making, technically in theory, based on numbers, I won't know till I get my Chia mining up, is like $1.20, $1.30 a day. That's insane. That's actually crazy. So, you know, there's other ways to mine crypto. Lots of other ways to mine crypto out there. Why is my screen all weird? Oh, I have that one on. And that's why I am recommending, you know, like buying GPUs, the prices are looking good, but the prices of GPUs are going to get a lot lower. After Ethereum's gone, you know, GPU profitability is going to dump. I know a lot of people are still saying, I'm still buying GPUs. I'm just going to move to this. I'm just going to switch coins. That's why GPUs are so much better. You can just switch a coin. Yeah, but so can everyone else with GPUs, and the hash rate coming in, there's no coin that can support it. We need massive numbers in the next bull run. So that much puts GPUs depending at least in the red for at least 2 years, because it sounds like nobody ever wants to turn them off. If it turns red for me, I will shut it off. I have no issues turning my GPUs off because I do see red coming in the future once ETH is gone, and I will simply unplug them. It's that easy. But based on feedback, it seems like no one's going to do that. It doesn't make sense to do that. Why would you want to turn them off? GPUs will never die. Well, I'm throwing out the warning right now, guys. Things are going to be changing. So just keep an eye on that. 5950X will drop below $400 in 6 months. Potentially, when the 7000 series drops, we can see I expect the 5000 series to drop, you know, a little bit more. I also we'll probably see a lot on the used market because the 7000 is the new thing. Gamers, all sorts of people will be upgrading to the new best thing. And so we're going to see the 5000 series drop, and we could also see this 3000 drop even more because of it. But we'll have to wait to actually see how that all plays out. But yeah, we could see a drop. I don't know about the $400 mark. That's USD. So to Canadian, yeah, I can definitely see it dropping between that. So what's 400 USD? 400 USD to CAD. 502. Below 500? Yeah, I'm seeing 5950Xs for $500 right now. So they're already at that mark. So yes, I can definitely see them dropping below that, you know, after the 7000 series drops. What you're not figuring out is how many miners will simply stop mining altogether and how many will switch to CPU mining, what the profitability will be. Yeah, no, for sure, Mike. All those other variables, those are variables we can't factor in. Like, I have no idea how many people are going to shut their rigs off. Based on everyone's responses, it sounds like nobody's going to shut their rigs off. So, you know, in theory, okay, well, no one's going to shut them off, then GPUs will be dead forever. But in theory, like, obviously those Ravencoin, they need GPUs to run. You need the transactions. So it also depends where you live. So if you're running solar, you know, if you own your own power plant like a mining farm does, or, you know, you're only paying 1 or 2 cents per kilowatt hour, you know, obviously you're going to stay online or stay online longer than people paying 20 cents per kilowatt hour, 10 cents per kilowatt hour, stuff like that. So keep that all in mind. There's a lot of variables and factors that we can't put into here, but just taking direct hash rate over to the other coins and doing a profitability and a check, yeah, all the coins are done for in terms of profitability. ROI values in the red obviously is never, and once it does hit the green, what, like I believe Seb's video said, he looked like all the GPUs with an even balance across the board is like 50 to 60 cents. So 50 to 60 cents a day on your GPUs, that's looking like a 3 to 4 year ROI at least. So ROI values are going to definitely be changing. GPUs, like, start acting, you know, get your mentality ready today that these are going to be at least 3 to 5 year investments, not, you know, 3 months that you're used to, 6 months, moving up to like, what, it was at 8, almost a year now, even for GPUs currently is around a year point now, or fairly close to it. So these are factors you have to keep in mind and just mentally be ready for it and just, you know, expect changes. Look at Raven, the hash rate has halved. Where did it go? I'm not sure where it went. You have to look at everything at the time when it happened. But yeah, Ravencoin, it had its halving. It dropped, you know, profitability dropped 50%. So half the hash rate had to take off too. And it brought the profitability back up. But yeah, those GPUs had to go anywhere. Now, remember, a lot of the miners on that were using 4 gigabyte cards. So they could have went to Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic has been seeing some spikes there. You know, and other variables as well. So where did it go? Who knows? Maybe they just shut it off. Maybe they kept it going. It's too hard to see where it actually goes. Where is the spike from that hash rate is going? I don't know where it went. Let's find out, actually. Let's see if we can look. Where is... We have to look at a lot of coins here. So let's try miner stat. Let's go to miner stat. Is it miner stat? Coins. Let's look up. Yeah, let's look up Raven. See exactly when this operation happened. Let's have an idea. We have no idea when this happens. This is actually a very good question because I'm curious also. Where did it go? That's an awesome question. So I know we track it with CPUs lots all the time, but let's see if we can figure this one out. Raven, where do we go? Network hash rate. So this is when it happened right here. So we got to find about January 10th. So January 12th is when something happened. So let's find a new coin now. Where did this hash rate go? Oh, I want to duplicate that. Duplicate. Let's see if we can find out where it went. So coins, let's look at, let's look at ETC. Hash rate 12th. Did anything happen on the 12th here? January. Oh yeah, there's where it went. Look at, it's not much, but you can see the bloop right on the 12th. 21 to here. Bam, bam. Oh, that's the 11th. That's not the 12th. 11th. Where's the 12th? Maybe it didn't go here. Oh, it didn't go here. There's a day later. It happened on the 11th. So let's see. Let's go back to here. 10th. 11th, it started dropping and fully gone on the 12th. There was a spike here on the 11th where it went straight up. So some could have went to here, but where did we get something else? More hash rate, more hash rate. Flux, I wonder if, let's see if anything went to Flux. Duplicate. Coins, where's coins? flux. Hash rate. Anything happen on the 12th here? The 12th. Hash rate dropped on the 12th. 11th it crashed. And it didn't come up till the 13th. They seen a spike. 14th it spiked. So a couple days after the initial drop. I'm not sure. I don't know where the hash rate went. We see some weird spikes around the same time frame, but I don't know if, you know, obviously if that's from that or not. We're seeing a big spike here for some reason. And then what else is happening? Oh yeah, where's the DAG file? We do have, let's just look. How many more days till the fifthening? Ethereum Classic is dropping its block reward here soon. 15 million. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1. Oh, that's Ethereum. We need Ethereum Classic. I did it again. Messing it up. 15. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. April 25th. What is today? The 21st. So in 4 days. 4 days at 4:16 a.m. we will have the fifthening, which means the block reward will be dropping on Ethereum Classic from, where are we at here? There's Ethereum Classic. Come here. All right, enough. Let's find our 4 GB card. So 570. So Ethereum Classic. It's gonna be dropping from 3.1 to 2.6 or something. Yeah, 2.56. So what does that mean? So for a 584 GB card, that's 47 cents a day will drop to 34 cents a day. So you'll be losing a little bit in your block rewards and profitability on Ethereum Classic in 4 days time. ETC was there. You did not notice. The problem. What did I didn't notice? What did I miss? What did I do? ETC was where? What did I miss? Oh, on the other one, I missed it. Oh, that's what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I do that lots. I miss stuff. 5 terahash on Ethereum. Yeah, that is a lot of GPUs. Maybe they just shut them off. They could have. Possibility. I have no idea where that stuff would have went. That's a good question, though. I'm going to look into that and see if I can find better numbers here. Yeah, 5 terahash worth of Raven coin. So let's just 5. Yeah, 5 terahash of Ethereum hash or Raven coin hash rate is a fair bit. Where would that have gone? Anybody have any other thoughts? What other coins are out there that are decently profitable? Again, I'm assuming maybe Ergo. Oh, maybe Ergo got some. Ergo may have got some. Let's take a look at Ergo. Forgot about Ergo. Let's take a look at Ergo coins. Ergo hash rate around the 12th. Oh, nothing happened on the 12th here. 8 12th. Yeah, not much came over here. Interesting. So it wasn't ETC got some, but it wasn't the exact dates. I don't know where that hash rate went. It went somewhere, or it just disappeared. People quit. Who knows? The problem with looking at small hash rate changes is it could be easily something as simple as nice hash. Oh yeah, for sure. Nice hash definitely plays a factor. There's a lot of miners that use nice hash, and things move all over the place. So that's why we probably see waves on Ethereum a lot. What is Lightbit? I'm not sure what Lightbit is. $10 a month is what makes a part of a rig barely alive. $10 a month. Yeah, very true, but in theory, it's still green. Some of the numbers, it might be time to start getting used to. Oil companies extract oil in a loss and then sell when market goes up, but they could wait up to 5 years. But they try to minimize the losses, but keep pumping to storage and never exchange to a loss. Very true, but oil companies also get a lot of government support and extra money out of nowhere, and who knows how much other money they also have. So there's a lot of other things they get as well. At least in Alberta, they get a crap ton from the government here, especially on losses. It's like they make more money when it's not worth pumping than when they in a run. All right, Red Putz, see you later. Buy A2000s. Yeah, buy A2000s. Would have been here. Oh, it's 12:44. Wow, been here for a while, guys. So I guess it was fun. Awesome times. Good little chit chats and going on, but I guess we will wrap this one up. So I appreciate everyone for showing up. I gotta find my buttons here. Thanks for coming, everyone. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.